In this video, we'll learn and discuss about myriad branches of psychology. Psychology as a discipline has plethora of branches. So let us have a look at them. Branches of psychology. First one is cognitive psychology. Cognitive psychology is that branch of psychology which investigates mental processes involved in acquisition, storage, manipulation, and transformation of information. It means whatever mental processes are involved in acquiring knowledge, then storing it, then manipulating it, and finally its transformation, cognitive psychology studies them. Next comes biological psychology. It studies the relationship between behavior and our physical system. Our physical system may include our brain, nervous system, immune system. So, for example, it studies how a damaged brain will affect the behavior of a person, or how a defective immune system will affect the behavior of a person. So, that is the aim of biological psychology. Developmental psychology, it studies social, physical, and psychological changes that occur at different ages and stages over a lifespan. We know that when we move from one stage to another, a certain series of changes takes place. So, developmental psychology studies them. Social psychology. It explores how people are affected by their social environment, how they think about and influence others. It means how people are affected by the society or the surroundings of which they are a part, and how they are influencing it in turn. So, that is the role of social psychology. Cross-cultural and cultural psychology. It studies the role of culture in understanding behavior, thought, and emotions. It means how a culture is shaping the behavior of a person, his thoughts, and emotions. Environmental psychology. It studies the interaction of physical factors such as temperature, humidity, on human behavior. It means that physical factors like, as I told you, temperature, humidity, precipitation, and these factors, how they are influencing our behavior. For example, if a student is studying in a room whose temperature is very high or very low, how will it affect his behavior? So that is the role of environmental psychology. Health psychology. It studies the role of psychological factors in development, prevention, and treatment of illness. Here, psychological factors may include anxiety, stress, depression. So, how they are involved in treating, prevention, and development of illness. Next comes clinical psychology. It studies causes, treatment, and prevention of psychological disorders. Clinical psychologists have a degree in psychology, but they are not allowed to give any medicines, or they are not allowed to give any electric shocks to the patient. A related field to clinical psychology is counseling psychology. Its aim is to study improve everyday functioning by helping people to solve daily life problems and cope more effectively with their environment. So, counseling psychology is very much related to clinical psychology. Just the difference is that counseling psychology deals with patients whose problems are less serious, while clinical psychologists deal with patients whose problems are more serious. So that is the only main difference between clinical and counseling psychology. Counseling psychologists also help in providing career advice, career guidance to the student. So next is our industrial or organizational psychology. It deals with workplace behavior, focusing both on employers and employees. So it studies how a workplace setting is going to affect the behavior of a person. They may also suggest how to improve the interaction between employers and employees, or how to increase the efficiency of workers. So that is the aim of industrial or organizational psychology. Educational psychology. It studies how people of all ages learn. As it is clear from the name, educational. So it studies how Learning occurs at different ages or stages over a lifespan. Educational psychologists also help in framing certain policies that helps to train people in educational or non-educational settings. 12th is our sports psychology. It applies psychological principles to improve sports performance by enhancing their motivation. We know that when we motivate a person, her efficiency increases, his performance improves. So that is the role of sports psychology, as it helps in improving the performance of sports people by enhancing their motivation. So now some emerging fields are also there. Let us have a look at them. First is aviation psychology, space psychology, military psychology, forensic psychology, rural psychology, engineering psychology, managerial psychology, community psychology, political psychology, etc. So these are the emerging fields. That's all for this video. Hope you liked it. Thank you.